Previously, on Realms and Nerds, the Vassanoka Adventures.
You wake up to a small cracking of a small twig, and into the camp strolls a chicken.
Krohl is going to throw his trident at it immediately.
Your trident does not hit this chicken.
Krohl has a bloodlust at this point.
The chicken then jumps on top of the barrel of ale and starts pecking at the cork.
Fine then, I'm gonna hit this chicken with my hand axe. Fuck him.
Llew takes his hand axe and smashes it down on his barrel of ale, splitting the barrel in half as this chicken jumps off and lands on the saddle of Winifred. Ben goes to shoot this chicken, and it jumps on top of Winifred's head so that Ben can mount up. Lockmar is this beautiful city in the treetops. It cascades over the river of Lockmar. You guys are met at this city wall by a human guard.
I present to you Prince Llew Westaryn and his entourage, if you will.
Yes, right, of course, right this way. These stairs are going to open up into a rather large room. Sitting upon the highest throne, and the throne next to him, is your Uncle Ajax and your Aunt Mia.
Uncle Ajax, Aunt Mia, it's so nice to see you.
Oh, Llew!
Let me introduce my associate, Krohl. I believe you've met Ben before.
Hey, so I was just about to head down to, one of the best breweries we got around here, if you guys want to join.
I would love to. Unfortunately, a rogue chicken destroyed our ale supply.
Yeah, that reminds me. Where's the nearest butcher? I got a question to ask him.
Why can't you just leave that fucking chicken alone?
Because he and I have a score to settle.
I second that. The chicken dies.
You guys hurry your way down a few more flights of stairs to this small stable where the 3 horses are penned up and some stuff has been put there. Ben looks around the stables, and then he hears a small pluck, and Sana walks over and pushes some hay aside and picks up a chicken that was hiding inside this small pile. She's gonna set the chicken down and grab a few bags and head out of the stable. As she does, standing on top of Preston is an ever so small dragon. It's so cute, it's red, and Ben sees that this is a fairy dragon. Hey buddy, right here.
What? You, the dragon? The chicken?
And then he's gonna cast an illusion and make himself look like a chicken again. Wasn't it like hilarious when your buddy completely smashed that bottle of ale?
Yeah, it was.
Your other dude, your other friend, he's like totally terrible with that trident, man.
He is. Oh my god. Alright. You're coming with me, let's go. Do you have a name?
I've never had a name before, so I don't really care if you want to take some time to think about it. Sana is going to lead you on a bit of a different path this time. Takes you a bit further, and you guys get on a extremely tall lift that is going to take you up into the palace. And once you get there, she's going to show you to a room for you to stay in.
Oh, I see you have the chicken there.
Krohl, what are you doing?
Nothing. You know I don't need to sleep, so I just...
You also don't need to sit across from my door.
Krohl, don't go anywhere. Hang on. Ladies, just wait here for a moment. He's gonna come down the hallway to Krohl. Krohl, did you find that fucking chicken?
Oh, yes, Llew. It's in that room. I will not let it leave this room without me knowing.
Can you hear my thoughts?
I speak through telepathy, man, so I guess you can just think it. So that dude really wants to kill me, huh?
Yes, he really wants to kill you. And this is why, as soon as you hear Krohl trying to come in or whatever he may do if I'm not awake...
I was just gonna slip out and go to the kitchen. I could just meet you somewhere in the morning.
We'll go somewhere that they won't ever expect to find me. We will go to a tavern.
as the sun rises up above the treetops. First to wake this morning is Ben in his small room, all alone. And he wakes up, gets ready to go, and opens his door. Standing outside his door, slumped against the wall, is Krohl, who has not moved a single inch throughout the night.
Hi there. Hi there, how there? Where's that chicken?
I don't know what you're talking about. Good morning.
Excuse you?
Good morning.
Where's the chicken?
Ben's gonna just close the door and leave.
No. Krohl
Ben's gone.
Ben walks down the hall.
Krohl opens the door and searches for the chicken.
All right. Krohl searches long and hard, looks under the mattress, tears apart the cupboards, and looks inside the nightstand, looks at the window, looks on top of the shelves, and he can find no chicken in this room.
God damn it, Ben! Old softy. Llew will hear about this.
Yeah, when he wakes up at 5 p.m.
And where is Ben going to be headed?
Well, Ben is going to kind of mosey about, but his end goal is to get to that tavern by the water that he said that he'd meet the fairy dragon by.
Okay. So Ben walks down the stairs into the main hall and then takes a passage down to the stable area and goes and checks on the horses and makes sure that they are well fed and doing good.
Seems like a very Ben thing to do.
It is. That's why I very much appreciated it.
Next up to wake this morning is Llew. He wakes up hungover.
I mean, that's about all that's left to wake up is Llew.
Groggy, and he's laying next to two half-naked women who he's not quite sure how they ended up in his room.
But he never questions it.
I regret nothing.
And what is Llew gonna do next?
It's a good question. I guess are the two ladies awake as well?
They're still pretty slumped, but I mean they're groggily half awake, I would say.
All right. Good morning, ladies. I hope you slept well last night.
Of course, my prince.
Yes, well, let's say we go downstairs for a drink, the old hair of the dog and what have you.
And I think Llew is going to put on his shirt. He skips the whole pants part and
Wait, hold on, what?
Hey, he's got underwear on. He's got his unders on. He's just
This is family.
You know, maybe puts on a robe and
I was gonna say, this ain't no family friendly show.
And opens up his door.
His families.
When he opens his door, he finds Sana standing outside, who walks in the room, throws the clothes that are laying on the floor at these two naked girls in Llew's bed, and politely escorts them out of the castle.
Oh my god, it's Tony Stark and Pepper Potts.
Good day to you, ladies. I suppose I'll send an eagle. Goodbye.
And before they have a chance to answer, Sana just turns around and says, "Yeah, I'm sure you're going to send an eagle."
Good morning to you too, Sana.
Yeah, it is a good morning. And she's going to finish taking these two girls down the hall out of the castle.
Sana is my favorite character.
Even Ben.
As Llew walks down the hall, he meets up with Krohl, who is just finishing ransacking Ben's room and is walking out into the hall looking a little puzzled and not quite sure what happened to this chicken that he inevitably has a bloodlust for.
Good morning, Krohl. Any news?
I can't find the damn chicken.
That wily bastard.
I blame Brandon. He slept in his room. They're plotting against us.
The chicken is plotting now?
You saw it the other day. That thing is intelligent.
Yes. Well, I suppose we'd better find it then.
Sounds like a plan.
Llew is going to walk down the hall and move his way down the stairs into the main foyer and take a sharp right to the bar for an early morning snack. Is Krohl gonna join him?
Sure.
Okay.
Got nothing better to do.
Has Sana magically appeared NPC style behind the bar?
She has not. There's currently a elderly gentleman that is currently wiping off the bar and tending to the shelves.
Okay. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Oh, good morning.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure. My name is Llew.
I am Wallace.
Hello, Wallace. I suppose you could fix me up a drink?
Yes, of course. Gin neat?
I'm more of a bourbon man myself.
Bourbon, of course. I was gonna pour a 3-finger glass of bourbon and put it in front of Llew.
Thank you kindly.
Yes, and reaches on the back counter and grabs a plate of bacon and eggs and puts it down in front of Llew. I thought you might need something for the hangover.
Now this is what I call hospitality.
What hangover?
And he's gonna dig in.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, Llew kind of lives his life partially drunk. I don't know if he's ever been fully hungover.
The question is, has he ever not been partially hungover?
You know what? I think it becomes cyclical at some point where you're never quite sure.
In one hand, he's got a hip.
How do you not have disadvantage in every combat scenario?
He's been doing this for a long time. He's adapted.
Sad.
His blood is alcohol.
My God, can we make that a thing?
Alcohol.
Let's retcon it. His blood is alcohol.
All right, no, all right. Continue.
As Llew is munching on this nice breakfast and his bourbon, Ajax is going to walk in and sit down at the bar. Wallace immediately starts pouring a drink for him and puts it down in front of him. Llew, good morning!
Hello, Uncle. Did you sleep well?
Oh, I slept fantastic.
Well, it appears that breakfast is already served.
Oh, yes, I've told Wallace here that you might be needing something.
Yes, it was greatly appreciated.
Well, if I could get you anything else, just let me know.
Absolutely. Is Krohl here, by the way? Did Krohl come down with me?
Yes, Krohl
Right
is
next to you.
sitting next to you.
Okay. I wasn't sure if
Awkward sad bean.
Well, he didn't order a drink when he came down to the bar. I wasn't sure if he was there or if he was just chilling and being quiet.
He's
All
just
right.
kind of chilling.
Okay. So, actually, Uncle, there is one thing. We seem to be on the hunt for a loose, feathered, foe.
Ah, yes, of course, the chicken I heard of.
Yes, indeed. I know it seems something of a trifling matter, but, this chicken appears to be some sort of, demonic force or some sort. I'm not really sure, but it's very destructive. Uncle, it destroyed an entire barrel of ale.
The entire barrel, and it did it itself.
Well, not exactly.
It kind of outsmarted your nephew here.
You see,
Wait, and a chicken outsmarted you.
not outsmarted.
My
per
dear
se.
boy. Don't let the little cock get under your skin.
No, you don't. See now. So he's like. He's fast, like a ghost or a wraith. Such superhuman speed. He made me miss, and well, the ale was the unfortunate result.
You mean super chicken speed, eh?
Yes, it was absolutely awful. Almost like some unseen force didn't want me to kill this chicken.
If I could do anything for you, I definitely would be open to it.
You see a chicken, you bring it to me.
All right, if I find a chicken,
The town of no chickens.
So you want me to slaughter every chicken inside Lockmart? Is that?
You see a chicken, you bring it to me.
The fucking logic that the king of this country is going to be finding chickens for Krohl is just like... The fact that Krohl
I love this fucking podcast.
The fact that Krohl even wants to ask that is just wild. I'm sorry, okay. Alright.
I like how you attribute
shit.
your drunken swinging of a sword to super chicken ability.
So did this chicken of yours have any distinguishing marks?
He had feathers.
That's not exactly helpful.
Oh, the chicken had feathers.
The next chicken you see, throw something at it. If it misses, it's most likely the chicken we're looking for.
All right, well, I'll make sure to have...
I mean, you take the best archer you got. You shoot an arrow at that chicken. If you miss, you know this is the chicken. This little shit dodges just about anything with your at.
Listen, Uncle, on a more practical note, do you think that perhaps we could borrow one or two of your hunting dogs?
I don't see why not.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. I'll have them setting up in a few minutes.
Wonderful. Well, we're waiting, and I'm just gonna pick up my glass and take another drink.
All right. So Lew's going to finish his meal. Ajax finishes his drink and then kindly tells Llew and Krohl that he has some business to attend to and takes off. After finishing his meal, Llew is going to go up to his room and finish getting changed and get geared up. And when he meets Krohl back down in the main room, there is a Goliath standing there, and he's holding a bloodhound who is on a leash and seems to be ready to go on the hunt.
Yes, good man.
Yeah.
Will you be accompanying us on the hunt?
I mean, this is my dog. I'm not just gonna let you take it.
Splendid. Krohl.
Yo.
When you searched the room, did you find any feathers, perhaps?
You know what? That's the strangest thing. I didn't see any feathers. I think we have Ben to blame for this. Let's find Ben.
Well, maybe we should take a second look before we continue on.
I guess we go back to Ben's room.
Okay.
I mean, we're already, close to it. So, yeah, we'll go up there and look around for some feathers.
All right. You guys both want to roll an investigation check for me?
Sure.
I'd love to investigate.
How's a 15 sound?
Also a 15 for me.
So Llew busts in the room first and starts looking around. Krohl, who's already been in the room, is looking a bit more precisely, whereas Llew is kind of doing what Krohl was doing and frantically searching everything. On the floor, Krohl finds a feather next to the bed, but upon picking it up, it seems as though it is simply nothing more than a feather from a pillow. It seems far too small to be a feather from a chicken.
God damn it.
And Llew, upon searching, cannot find any feathers, but he does notice that the window is ajar and finds that a bit odd.
Aha! Krohl, look at this!
What's up?
This is the way that our feathered friend escaped.
Aha.
You think this chicken you're looking for jumped out this window?
I think he might have had a little more help than that.
I think that Ben must have let him loose out the window.
You two do know that chickens can't fly, right?
They can float.
They can float.
Are we playing Minecraft here? What is this?
I was referring to the river myself.
My friend, this is no ordinary chicken.
Right, Ajax told me that this is some super chicken that you're looking for.
This is a chicken from the depths of hell, like you've never met before. He'll look you in the eye and you'll quiver with fear.
I don't know about all that, but, could you perhaps have your hound sniff the windowsill here, see if he can pick up a scent?
Sure. The dog comes to the window and puts its paws up on the windowsill and starts sniffing all around the window. And after it sniffs this window, it turns around and runs to the dresser and starts sniffing around inside this dresser where Ben has a few of his things placed and starts barking once it gets over to the drawer.
Krohl rips it open.
All you find is Ben's stuff. Like I said, there's nothing in there except a few of Ben's possessions that he was storing in there.
Krohl goes through it all.
Okay.
He starts chucking things in the air, trying to find...
Wow, alright.
So Kroll's grabbing pieces of clothing and different pieces and little trinkets that he had in here and just tossing them across the room, but he finds no trace of a chicken.
Clearly the hound has picked up the scent of Ben, Krohl. Sir, could you perhaps direct your dog to follow where Ben has gone?
Sure. Come on, boy. And the dog takes itself away from the drawer, out the door, and heads down the hall, sniffing around. After following this dog for, 5 to 7 minutes, you guys find yourselves in the stables where this dog is sniffing around in the hay, and then it takes itself to a staircase, and you start following it down a winding staircase where you eventually find yourself on a small bridge that leads to a lift that takes you down towards the river.
Interesting. What business would Ben have down here? Come on, Krohl, we're on his scent. Let's see what Ben is up to.
Let's do it.
You guys want to keep searching for your friend?
Oh, yes.
Indeed, good sir, indeed.
Alright. This dog continues to track Ben's scent, where it leads down closer to the river, and you find yourself at a tavern called the Lucky Chicken.
Is there a chicken symbol or something here?
I'm assuming so, given it's called the Lucky Chicken.
Above the door of this tavern, there's a big sign that says the Lucky Chicken in golden letters.
Krohl takes his greatsword and he smashes it.
Whoa, what? Hey!
A big human throws open the tavern doors and immediately grabs Krohl and throws him against a horsing post that is outside.
What are you just smashing my sign for?
I'm not sure. Something just came over me.
Krohl, what are you doing?
Who are you?
I am terribly sorry for my friend's behavior. My name is Llew Westaryn. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. My sign's not gonna fix itself.
Yes, of course. I'm sure we
Are
can
you
get
a carpenter or something? Are you gonna fix my sign? Or maybe you're gonna go down to the wood shop down the street and you're gonna get a new one commissioned.
I could definitely do something like that. I'm sure we can get this taken care of.
He's going to grab Blue by the shirt and he's going to drag you inside this bar to a back room that is seems to be some kind of management office, and he sits you down in a chair.
Alright. Your friend out front smashed my sign. So what are you gonna do?
Well, sir, obviously I will arrange to take care of any repairs that might need to be done. I am terribly sorry. I don't know what came over him.
Yeah, and how do I know that you're actually gonna fix my sign?
I mean, I don't know any assurances I can give you other than my word. The word of the members of my family is bond. We always take care of the promises we make.
Uh-huh. There's some nice boots you got there.
Yes.
Maybe I want to try them on.
There's no shoe salesman in the entire place. Yeah, seriously?
Well, my good sir, I sincerely doubt they would fit you.
What are you saying?
Well, you are clearly in much better physical shape than I.
That's damn straight.
I could just pay you. That might be easier.
Yeah, 120 gold.
Sir, if that sign was made out of solid gold, it would not take 120 gold pieces.
That sign has been in my family for 3 generations. My great-great-grandpappy painted it himself. And just so you know, that gold lettering is real gold paint.
Well, I'm sure we can look into getting that repaired for you. 120 gold pieces seems a little steep.
Fine. Give me the boots, and it'll cost you 75.
What's with him and these boots? Does he make no money to buy nice boots? He owns a fucking bar.
I mean, there's some nice boots.
He just wants this punk's boots, man.
Listen, sir. There is... I could commission the finest craftsman in the land to make you a new sign for no more than, say, 30 or 35 gold pieces. Why don't we call it 50 and I'll keep the boots?
Fine. Leave 15 gold with me now. Go commission that sign, and when you come back with the bill of sale, I'll give you your 15 gold.
Alright.
Alright. Lew's going to reach in his gold purse and pull out 15 gold pieces and begrudgingly put them on this nice man's desk.
Is that what he is?
Now get out of my office.
Yeah, he's a very nice man.
To you, who's not even there.
Indeed,
I'm
sir.
sorry, you are there.
Oh, am I?
Alright, so I walk out of his office. As I walk out, do I see Ben?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
This is a dice rolling game after all.
Krohl, have you entered the bar?
I assume so.
That's a 7 for old Llew Westaryn there.
What bar?
As you walk out of the office in the back of this bar, you walk to the front, and as you are walking to the front, you do not happen to see Ben. But as you're about to leave, Krohl enters the bar.
He doesn't say anything. He is looking for Ben. Does he see Ben?
I don't know, does he?
He doesn't want to get kicked
Okay,
out.
let me do a perception check. There's a good old 6. Hey guys, I see stools over there.
Krohl looks at Llew as he's leaving and gives...
No, hold on. I'm grabbing Krohl as I walk out of here.
Okay.
I'm not leaving him in there, so he gets it. He can do his perception, but I'm grabbing him.
Okay. You're gonna drag him out of the bar, yeah?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna, grab him, by his front armor plate and just, pull him out.
Okay.
Alright, so once I've got him outside the door... Krohl, what the hell was that?
I'm not sure. Some weird bloodlust came over me.
Can you not contain yourself? Look, do you have any idea what kind of the ramification? Krohl!
You're in a timeout, mister.
Hey, you don't get no snack this afternoon, Krohl.
Oh.
Krohl, do you understand the kind of damage this could do to my family's reputation? You cannot just go around smashing things.
Says the guy that gets drunk on a daily basis, not realizing the
then
damage it
smashes
does
a
to his
couple
family's reputation.
Ayo.
What reputation?
Hold on, that's entirely different. A totally different scenario.
As Llew pulls Krohl out of this bar and pushes him against the wall and is talking to him, Ben, who is sitting in a booth against the wall by the door, sees all of this happening. Is he going to intervene, or is he just going to continue to...
So he sees him, like, throwing him against the wall outside?
Right. He sees this
how
whole...
do I see that? Am I outside or am I in the bar?
You're inside.
And they're outside?
Correct. Window.
Yeah, okay. He's just gonna let them do what they do, because obviously now they have to go get the sign, and I'm sure Lew's not gonna leave Krohl there.
Okay.
So Ben's gonna turn back from looking out the window there, turn his now hooded head back to the table, where sitting there is the fairy dragon in a cat form, I assume.
Yep. As all this is going down, a small black cat with a tint of ever so slight white and red fur in it comes strolling, perhaps prowling up, and jumps on this booth next to Ben and goes, Hey, yeah, it's me. Meow.
Ben looks at him and thinks, very clever.
Yeah. So, are we good? We just gonna... What are we gonna do?
We have to get out of this bar without suspicion, but we have to wait for those two chuckleheads to get going to fix the sign first.
Chuckleheads. I like that.
Yeah, it's an expression. Quick question. I noticed some red and white patches in your fur. Did you happen to be following us earlier into town as a raven?
No, that wasn't me.
Well, now I'm scared again. Anyways,
Yeah, why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. We saw a oddly colored raven flying above us, seemingly glaring at us. Pretty much every step of the way got us in a bit of trouble. No reason.
Oh, no. I first spotted you, as you guys were, doing that whole thing with those evil dwarfs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of neat how you transformed into that pretty lady, and then you transformed back. I thought that was kind of cool.
Oh, yes, Gwendolyn. That's one of the... That's something, alright. She's a bit of a character. Speaking of, do you know how to transform into a parrot?
I don't know exactly what...
Don't worry, we'll work on that. Anyways.
Parrot.
It's a kind of bird. It's fine. It's more tropical. I don't know. Anyways, don't worry. It's just for an aesthetic.
Cool.
So I just realized I didn't think to ask, and since we're waiting on them to get going, they're still yelling at each other. I can hear them out there.
Those chuckle fucks.
Yes. Are you a boy or a girl dragon? Do you even know what that means?
Whoa.
Just throw it out there.
Whoa, dude.
Are you gender neutral?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm a dude.
Ben, ask him if he has a penis.
But, I'm not sure if I've ever seen a lady dragon before. So...
Oh, don't worry. Your wings will probably go aflutter when you do.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've been on my own for, ever. So,
Well, me too. Well, until sort of recently, but we don't need to get into that. Anyways, I spent all night thinking. Speaking of last night, how was your meal? Did you end up finding what you wanted in the kitchen?
Yeah. They had, some really good salmon, and I snacked a little bit of that.
Ugh, I might order some salmon before we leave. No. I don't need that. It's too fatty.
Yeah, I could just go get you some salmon if you want.
No, that's... no, thank you. I appreciate it, but that's unnecessary. Where would you even get the salmon?
Maybe some cod.
From where? Where would you be getting
We're
this?
literally on a river, dude.
Well, I first learned how to fish when I was like...
Okay, so you're talking from the river.
What? Yeah, but they have a nice kitchen, too.
Yeah, no, you don't need to get it from the kitchen. That's called thieving.
Right.
You don't want to do that. That's not a good thing.
Why is thieving bad?
I just realized I've never really had to explain it before, which I'm surprised, knowing Llew Westaryn, I wouldn't have had to explain something like thieving is bad.
Damn.
Well, I mean, if it has something to do with, like, taking something you need, then, like, I've done that before.
Yes and no. It's taking something that's not yours.
Oh.
Listen, we live in a capitalistic society. Anyways, we'll get back to that if need be. I wouldn't mind salmon or cod, but fishing it from the river would be fine. I can prepare it if you can find it.
Oh, sure.
But we'll do that later. In the meantime, I spent last night pondering what to call you, and I think I've come up with a name. If you take a liking to it, if not, I'll keep thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of calling you Silver.
Silver.
Yes.
Silver.
No, you're putting the emphasis on the end, and that's wrong.
Silver.
Yes, kind of like silver, like the metal, but not quite.
So we got a Cerebro that's not Cerebro, and we got a Sulfur that's not Silver. God damn this.
Silver.
Yes.
Cool.
So you like it.
Yeah,
All right, you are.
I've never had a name before. I think it suits me. Silver.
All right, Silver.
Yeah.
Well, now we need to get you out of here. And...
Oh wait, someone's looking at me.
Are they still looking at you?
No, I don't think so.
All right, I think you did your part very well. Now we just...
Hey, you! No cats here! Get him out!
Who the fuck are you? What is this rip in the dimensional portal?
I'm the cantina owner from Moss Isley.
We don't
serve their kind.
We don't serve their kind here.
Alright. But we need to find a way to get you acquainted with them without them killing you.
Oh. Okay, well, do they like cats?
I have no idea.
Llew loves pussies.
Llew, get out of this dimensional portal and go fix the sign.
No, that was straight Harrison, OOC.
Oh, okay. Harrison, get out of this dimensional rift and get back to fixing the sign. I mean, fixing your character. We either had to get them to come down from the idea of wanting to kill you, or what I assume would be harder in never letting them know that you are, in fact, the chicken that made Llew destroy his own ale.
Right, but like every once in a while I still get to turn into a chicken and like...
I mean, that's the goal, is to get it so we don't have to fear for you turning into a chicken and getting slaughtered.
Oh, but I kind of like the whole part where they try and kill me and they just destroy their own things.
Until they destroy you. Okay, I see. Well, if that's how you want to play it, I don't mind.
Okay, so, you go find them while they take care of their business, and then I'll stroll up the street.
As a chicken?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like this.
Oh.
And then you'll call me like you call kitties, like like something like that. And then I'll come up and I'll play the whole kitty gig, and then they'll have to love me.
All right, let's try it. It's better than anything I've got.
Okay.
Sorry, can we get that one for the audience?
Okay.
I think that one's a bit too good not to share with the listening audience.
Ask this chicken fucker if he's ever seen Happy Death Day. It's a biography of his life.
Hey man, I wish I knew what that was. Or I'm sure it would be a lot more funny.
Wait, you, Brandon, don't know what that is?
I don't know what
it's a
Death Day is. It's a movie.
Yeah.
I should have never seen it.
I haven't either, but I know the basic concept.
Well,
it's like Groundhog Day.
The actual
but a
plot of
horror
the movie has very little to do
I think
with...
it's just the title is kind
It's
of...
more so the title.
Happy
But
Death Day.
Have you by chance seen the stage production Pleasant Dismemberment Afternoon? Fuck, I can't do this.
There's no way for this to go that's not gonna take Ben down a weird, dark turn.
Yeah, basically.
Alright.
Oh, God.
Alright, I like this idea. I shall summon you when I see you.
Okay, do like, should we get like a hand motion? Like,
I mean, I'll just summon you like I do a cat.
right.
You'd just be a cat. It's fine.
I'll stalk you.
Fine.
Alright. So...
As this conversation was going on between Ben and Sevo?
Silver.
Silver.
Zebra?
Silver.
Severo?
Silver.
Oh, we're going back
Sulfur.
to Cerebro.
Oh, by the way, while they were conversing telepathically, Ben was drinking his root beer.
Okay.
Root beer in this fantasy.
Yep, totally.
Whatever. It's non-alcoholic,
It's
whatever
beer
it is.
from Roots.
Sounds good.
That's not
It's
alcohol.
their non-alcoholic beer, and all the people are looking at him like he's the biggest wussy they've ever met.
As this conversation was going on between Ben and Silver, where have Llew and Krohl gone?
Okay, so we'll do a jump. We'll do a moments before jump cut to back outside. So Llew picks up the various pieces of the sign and loads them into Krohl's arms, and then
Hey, so, am I good to go?
You forgot he's still there, huh?
I love listening to you two bicker, but,
yes. Pardon my manners. Of course, I appreciate your help. I apologize that things have ended so poorly.
of course, have a good day.
Alright, so I load all the pieces of the sign up into Krohl's arms, and then I'm gonna take 50 gold pieces out of my pocket.
Yep.
And put them into Krohl's coin purse or whatever. Now listen, Krohl. You are to take these pieces to the sign maker, get a new sign commissioned that looks just like this one, and then bring it back with a receipt, and I want my change.
You got it.
I'm gonna stay here and keep a lookout for Ben.
Can't wait for
Or
him to get
something
to
like that.
Lucky Clucker's sign shop.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Everything in this town is chicken themed.
You know how Lake likes to smash pots?
Alright.
He turns his head slowly and sees a KFC.
Okay.
Slaughterhouse. Krohl starts making his way to the sign post place.
As soon as he does so, Lew's gonna go back inside the bar, but he's not looking around so much, even though he said he was gonna look for Ben. He's gonna go over to the bar and order a drink.
Fucking of course. Can't wait for the owner to come out and see your sorry ass there.
Alright. Llew, puts down 2 gold pieces, and, the bartender hands him a big glass of ale.
Alright, so he's gonna drink that. And I guess he's gonna, because he did say to Krohl that he would be looking, he's gonna, like, spin around so he's not facing the bar, he's, like, looking out, but he's not really, like, looking, he's just kind of passively
Are you the guy that
Perceptive.
saw Sulfur when he said somebody's looking at him?
Yep.
Looks at the cat.
Yeah, I knew it.
Okay,
Because
there we
Ben's
go.
sitting there hooded and drinking what looks like alcohol.
Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me who the hooded fellow in the corner is?
Oh, around here they call him Strider.
Thank you for getting what I was trying to get going as a vibe.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just got it. So yeah. So Llew is just chilling there, kind of just casually observing the bar.
Okay. Ben is still sitting and with his hood up and just trying to remain out of Llew's sight.
Not as much as just appear to be casual.
Okay.
Like just somebody there.
Just some
So yeah, sort of. I guess you're right, but not like trying to stay out of sight physically.
Right.
More just blend in.
Did he
Yes.
changeling into someone else? He's got options all over town.
You know what? We're gonna retcon that he changed into a half. That he's gonna be a half Goliath, because those are pretty prevalent in this town, aren't they?
If that happened, then I'd like to retcon in. How did your fairy dragon know it was you?
That's what I was wondering. You know what?
Oh, shit.
All right, we're gonna retcon this retcon. So no, he's Ben. He's just got a hood up,
Double retcon.
Okay.
so you can scratch the whole half Goliath thing.
All right. All right, here we go.
Hey man, Silver doesn't see people. He sees auras.
He sees love.
He's a spirit dragon.
Oh, he's a fairy dragon.
He doesn't
Fucker.
see people,
Ben
man.
looks pink to him.
He sees
I bet he does.
auras.
Ben's fucking aquamarine.
Please.
You don't get to
He's
assign your own
He is a
aura
hot
colors.
pink.
I
Calling
can get
him hot?
behind that.
Call him Ben Hot.
The cat thinks he's hot.
But it's not a cat. It only looks like a cat.
All right. Anyways, let's get something done this episode.
All right.
We have.
Hey, I heard you like movies.
I heard you like to hustle.
I heard you like podcasts.
Well, guess what?
There's a podcast for you out there called The Home Video Hustle.
Damn right.
Every Friday, we talk about whatever movie PJ picks out the bag. What does that mean? Every Wednesday on our YouTube page, I put a bunch of movies in a bag, and PJ picks one out at random. And then we just watch it. We talk about it for maybe like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever we feel like doing, wherever the conversation leads us.
But do we actually talk about the movie?
Most of the time.
Ah,
Tangents galore.
yes.
So believe me, we may be a movie podcast, but it's not always about movies. We may talk about video games,
Music.
Yeah, that's the big one, music. Sometimes we might get a little bit of politicalness in there.
Yes.
Sometimes we may just, we know what we like to do. We like to tell stories, PJ.
Ah, yes.
I am the master storyteller
Yes.
of the podcast realm. Undefeated. So if you like to hear about movies, video games, whatever foolishness comes to our mind, the most random stuff you could think of, check out the Home Video Hustle. You can find us on the Stitchers,
Yes.
the Google Play,
Yes.
Apple Podcasts,
What else?
Podbean,
What else?
Podcast Addict,
Goddamn.
all that. Ain't no reason you can't get your hustle on. We everywhere, worldwide, baby.
Hustle, motherfucking hustle.
Hey, we can't cuss in the promo, PJ.
Ah,
We gotta be family friendly. There may be podcasts out there that don't want his hair to say
ah,
all
yeah.
that good fun stuff.
Well, you.
Don't run the listeners away, PJ.
Ah, I'm sorry.
But this is going kind of long.
Yes.
So we'll end this and say, hey, check out the Home Video Hustle every Friday on all the various podcast outlets. Peace.
Peace.
Howdy, y'all. RJ here, hoping you're enjoying episode 6 of the Vassanoka Adventures campaign. We got just a few things to mention before we get back to the episode. First and foremost, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe or follow button if you haven't already to get new episodes of the podcast as they come out. Also, if you know anybody else that you think might enjoy the show, be sure to give them a link to check us out. There's actually going to be a nice link in the episode description for that. That'll give them an option to choose from several different popular podcast sites. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Pandora, Podchaser, TuneIn. There's a lot of them. So whatever they like to listen to podcasts through, I'm sure something's going to be there for them. Also, we are still in the process of figuring out an online store and a patron program. Probably going to be through Patreon, honestly, but Haven't decided that for sure yet. I would still very much love to hear your ideas and thoughts on things that you might like to see in the store or as rewards for backing us on the Patreon program. Don't forget, you can also follow us on social media. We're most active on Instagram and Twitter, but we're also on Facebook. You can just search for the username Realms Nerds, all one word, no space, no hyphens or underscores, or I guess you could just look up Realms and Nerds. Don't forget to also tag us and use the hashtag Realms Nerds, same as the user handle, when making posts on social media about the show. Links for all of our social medias, by the way, are also in the episode description. You may remember me mentioning before that I stream over on Twitch as RedSun55 Gaming. I play games like Destiny 2, Minecraft, some old Nintendo 64 games. Sometimes I play like Overwatch or Apex Legends. But one of our other podcast co-hosts is also streaming over on Twitch now. It is the Return of Ornon campaign's Dungeon Master and this campaign's very own Llew Westaryn, Harrison. He streams over on Twitch as DeathFlash5. Much like my Twitch, and unlike this podcast, his streams are family-friendly, so just keep that in mind. He streams usually Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and he mainly plays Minecraft and Apex Legends, but I'm sure he might play some other games in the future. Links for both of our Twitch channels are in the episode description. If you're a fan of country music, like me, one of the other Realms and Nerds co-hosts, Ray, who is Brunhild Hartham in the Return of Ornon campaign, and myself have another podcast that we do called Cedar Country. We talk about country music stuff, things going on in the industry, the history, artists, stuff like that. And on our most recent episode, we actually had the pleasure of interviewing Norwegian-born country music artist Daniel Borge, who's released a song Time. It came out back on Memorial Weekend. It is such a good song. It's like about looking back on your past and the choices that you made. And there's like it's a really cool concept with a personification of time. I think that people that like both older country music and people that like newer country music will both really like this song. Like it would make a really great radio hit. It did really well streaming on Spotify. I really loved it. Ray really loved it. He more likes the older country music, and I like pretty much anything, but still, like, I think it's a very good song. And also, we had an absolute blast interviewing Daniel. You can find that podcast, which is again Cedar Country. It's everywhere that you can find this podcast. You can find that one. And don't forget, you can also stream the song Time over on your favorite music streaming service, like it's obviously Spotify or like Apple Music, Google Music, or whatever it's called. I'll have a link to probably either the Spotify or over on YouTube for the song as well in the episode description. Speaking of other podcasts, don't forget to check out the podcasts that were promoted at the beginning and end of this commercial break. You can find the links for those in the episode description, along with all the other links. Thank you again to our friend Kyle for composing the show's main theme, and thank you to Justin from the Lit Gaming Arena podcast for your rendition of the main theme that we used for this campaign. And, of course, as always, thank you, listener, for listening. It means so much to us. We appreciate you so much, and I hope that you have a fantastic week. I will talk to you all again when episode 26 of The Return of Ornon comes out. But until then, take care and enjoy the rest of episode 6 of the Vassanoka Adventures.
I'm Harrison. And I'm Jordan. And we're the Grief Radio Podcast.
Do you want to listen to the #1 gaming podcast on Podchaser?
Of course you do.
Wait. Is that us? Did you check that?
Yes. Comedy, gaming, and movies. Join us every Wednesday on the Grief
Burrito Podcast.
Fuck.
No, I'd panic.
That was
Krohl makes his way down the street as he's puzzlingly looking at these different shops along the way, and he finally finds his way to a shop named Johnson's Sign and Craft.
Oh, this looks like the right place.
He comes up and opens the door, and wiggles his way in with this big sign and pushes through the door. "Good morning, sir."
Morning to ya. Can I get a sign made exactly like this one?
Of course, sir. What is your method of payment today?
It'll be in gold.
Of course. He's going to pull out a piece of paper and pull out a pencil and draw a quick sketch of what he can see of the sign, which is now laid out on his table in pieces kind of put together. Sketches it out and then turns the piece of paper to Krohl. Is this what you're looking for, sir?
Well, it looks fine and dandy. Let's get her done.
And this color matching, how would you like me to do that?
I want it exactly the way it was.
Of course, sir.
What part of that did you not understand the first time?
I'm simply doing my job.
Oh, all right.
Okay, and, it's going to be with the antique paint that I will need to use, as well as the crushed quartz I will need to use for this white, if you'd like to paint match. It's going to come out to 41 gold pieces.
Well, that sounds splendid. And Krohl whips out 41 gold pieces for this guy.
Thank you, sir. If you could just give me a moment to draw up some paperwork.
Sounds good.
I was gonna pull out another big notebook looking manuscript and starts jotting down in his ledger, and then pulls out a smaller piece of paper. And who is this sale for?
This would be for, this is for, Krohl.
And how do I spell that?
With a K.
Of course. And, is there a family name?
The Fallen.
Krohl the Fallen.
He spells it all as one thing.
Of course.
The Fallen.
THU.
It's the Fallen.
And
FALIN.
Order paid for by Krohl the Fallen, paid to Sir Johnson of Sir Johnson signandcraft.co. And I'm just going to need a signature right here, good sir.
Well, all right. Krohl just scribbles a few things.
Pricks his finger and...
Oh, yeah, sorry, let me retcon that. Krohl pricks his finger with his sword and then etches a little blood on there. How'd that work for you?
Oh no, owner soul!
That will do, sir.
I'm about to become Ghost Rider.
Jeez.
They're like National Treasure style. There was a secret contract on the back for his soul.
I'm not on your soul.
It didn't work for the last necromancer. Ain't gonna work for you, bud.
Why do I feel a sudden need to steal the Declaration of Independence?
He's going to tear off this piece of paper and hand it to Krohl. And this is for you.
Well, all right.
I could have this sign done the day after tomorrow.
You sure you can't get done any quicker? We are a little bit on a time limit here.
If you'd like me to rush the order, I could have it done for you tomorrow afternoon.
That sounds better.
It's going to cost you an extra 3 gold.
All right. I'm sure Llew won't miss any more gold. He doesn't always get losing. Here you go.
Thank you.
And picked up a real Matthew McConaughey vibe.
All right.
And Krohl is going to hand over 3 more gold pieces. Excellent, sir. I will have that sign done for you tomorrow afternoon.
Well, alrighty then. I'll get out of here.
Have an excellent day.
You as well.
He's going to pick up the pieces of this sign and move them off his table as Krohl exits his shop.
Krohl's feeling particularly proud of himself for accomplishing this.
And is Krohl going to make his way back to the Lucky Chicken? Which is currently not the Lucky Chicken, because it's just... Do you see me putting in the quotes because it's not named anymore?
Sure. He'll make his way back to the Unlucky Chicken.
Alright.
For the viewers at home, he is using the common hand expression for air quotation.
Normally known as a air quotation. And now we'll play some smooth jazz over some smooth jazz.
All right. Krohl makes his way back down the street. As he's walking down the street, a small chicken runs across the road into an alleyway.
Wait. Okay, yeah, he doesn't do so well. Okay, he chases after it.
Wait, he's chasing a chicken?
Okay, just so you guys know, I've created a little thing for Krohl. Occasionally he'll have a bloodlust, and I have to roll and see if he acts on it or not. Okay. I'm going after a chicken.
A chicken that's running across the street.
I failed my roll.
Why did the Krohl cross the road?
To get to the fucking chicken.
This chicken runs across the road, and immediately Krohl's eyes are bloodshot, and he just is completely pissed off at this chicken and runs after it.
Come back here, you little bastard! I knew you were here!
This chicken runs into this side alley as Krohl is chasing it, and it ends up with its back up against a building wall with nowhere to go.
Krohl's gonna walk up to it, and grinning, he's going to use his breath weapon on it and freeze it to death, and then he's going to take his greatsword and smash it.
Okay, this chicken is now in icy shards in the back of this alley as a little girl who was chasing after this chicken. You killed Snuffles!
This is a great...
This
guy killed Snuffles!
No.
Her dad is the bar owner.
Oh god. Krohl's gonna run as fucking fast as he can.
No, hey, you stop,
Hey! And Krohl leaves this small child just weeping in the alleyway over her dead frozen chicken.
Wanted chicken killer.
He calls back behind him. Just get this way, you got some frozen food.
Oh my god,
What's
you're a monster.
frozen food?
Just put it in the oven, it'll be fine.
What's an oven?
Come on, drumsticks. You'll be okay, I gotta go.
Shit.
Yeah, so Krohl just runs off, leaving this girl crying, and rushes his way back to the lucky chicken and throws open the doors.
Llew, I got a little bit of a situation here. I need you to give me a cloak or something. I gotta hide out for a little while.
Krohl, what's going on?
Well, I think I found the wrong chicken. A chicken ran across me and I lost all control. I just had to kill it. And I did.
Oh,
I killed
Krohl.
it. And, the bad news is, this little girl saw me do it and I think that was her chicken. She ain't too happy with me, you see. I think it was her pet. She called it Snuffles or Snuggles or some shit. I'm gonna need to hide out for a little while. He actually leaps behind the bar and crouches.
Hey,
Krohl, get out of here.
You can't be back here, sir.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not doing anything.
Sir,
Krohl, get out of
I'm
there.
gonna have to ask you to get out from behind this bar.
Krohl back out
get
behind
out.
the bar.
Come here. Stop making a fool of yourself.
I'm telling you.
This one yours?
Yes, I'll take care of him. Thank you.
Does he have,
Tell him dead.
Yeah, he's,
little brain damage. It's been decaying for a while.
Oh, shut up, I'll handle this. Yes, I'm sorry. He, too much jousting, old raps to the head and all that.
Yeah, well, just... You can't be just running around this bar. This is a fine establishment.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I'm gonna get him out of here. Don't worry. He thinks he's back in Nam, and it just it's really getting to him.
Holy.
Sure. All right. And he's gonna go back to tending his bar.
You may have to rename one of your regions Nam now.
GNAM.
Alright, so I'm, okay, are there any other ways out of here besides the front door?
I mean, there's the back door. You're gonna have to go past the management office.
You really want to go through that?
Alright, so Lew's gonna, Krohl, do you have the receipt from your trip?
Oh, yeah, here. And here's your gold back. He hands him what's left of the gold.
Okay, so he's giving me back what?
It says on the receipt, paid to the party of Sir Johnson of Sir Johnson Sign and Craft.co, paid by Krohl the Fallen.
Okay.
And then there's a little blood smudge, and and it says sale of 41 gold pieces.
Okay. Plus he paid him, what, 3 more?
No, I mean, that's not on the bill of sale.
Okay. Krohl, you only gave me 6 gold pieces back. Did you stop for a drink on the way or something?
Krohl digs to his purse and gives him 3 gold pieces. I just, sorry, I must have dropped it back in my purse by accident. Here you go. There's your 3.
Thank you. So, Llew is gonna go with Krohl, knock on the manager's door.
What is it?
Yes, sir, I have your, bill of sale here for the sign that we had commissioned.
Come in, sit down.
We do that.
Alright. Yeah, okay. Looks good. Is this blood your signature?
Yes, sir. Where I come from, blood is sacred.
Right. Well, when will this sign be ready?
Tomorrow afternoon.
Very well. I'd prefer if you didn't pick it up.
Okay. Works for me. Whatever suits you. Whatever floats your boat.
And you, here's your 15 gold. To be honest, I wasn't sure if you were going to pay up on your end of the bargain.
Of course, sir, of course. A Westaryn always pays their debts.
Oh,
God.
You're a Westaryn, eh?
Do they have blonde hair?
Excuse me,
Are they sleazy? Is one of them a dwarf? You got a dwarf brother?
Yes, of course, that's me, Llew Westaryn.
Your family's always been up to trouble in these parts. I hope I never see you in my bar again.
Well, I suppose the, tomorrow when I drop your sign-off will be the last time, then.
I'll take care of it.
Alright then, well, I bid you a farewell, good day to you.
Yeah, good day.
So, when we leave then, we're gonna go out the back door next to the manager's office.
Okay. The back door leads out into a small alleyway. You can go left or right. Off to the right are some more back doors that eventually dead ends into a building, and off to the left will bring you out towards another main street.
Let's avoid the main street at the moment there, Llew. Or, you know, better yet, you can go down the main street if you want. I'm going to try and sneak my way back to the palace.
Yes, indeed. Are there any, like, beggars or anything?
Not really. I mean, this isn't exactly a trafficked area.
Okay.
Most of these, like I said, are back doors for shops, so mainly only used by workers and management and such.
Are there any clothing shops near here?
We kind of need a big cloak.
I mean, you can walk to the main street and look for one.
Okay. Listen to me, Krohl. Step over there into the shadows. Do not move.
Sounds like a plan.
Close your eyes. Don't look for any chickens. Just don't move. I will be right back.
Okay. Krohl, just to be safe, faces the wall, closes his eyes, and puts his fingers in his ears.
Okay. So Llew's gonna go up to the main street real quick and look for some kind of a tailor or a shop that's selling clothing.
The only place he can find that seems to be of a clothing sense is Sal Silk Spinners, which is it's a nice dainty shop with some flowers painted on the wall, with some nice fresh flowers planted out front, and a nice well-kept door and canopy.
Okay. I guess I'll head in there, if that's all that's around.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, yes. I'm in need of some kind of a cloak or a scarf, maybe, like a large scarf. You have anything like that?
Well, if you follow me over here, and she's going to take you over to a rack on the side wall. These are our cloaks. I've been working with a new silk imported from the Nodak region. It's fresh from the mountains.
All right. And if you don't mind my asking, how much gold do these run for?
Oh, well, she kind of pushes through the rack and pulls out a few different ones, and these are going to cost you. This one here is 3 gold pieces. If you're looking for something, are you shopping for yourself or perhaps a girlfriend or a wife?
No, not quite. I have a friend. It's his birthday coming up, and I just need to, surprise him.
Oh, of course. Well, if you're looking for something a bit larger, I have to use a bit more material. These over here are going to cost you about 5. This is 5. These ones over here at the end of the rack are going to be 7.
One of those middle-sized ones seems like they'll fit the fellow. I'll take this one.
Oh, I love the crimson color.
Yes, indeed. We'll take it.
Of course. She's gonna take it off the rack and take it behind her counter. And would you like me to box it today?
No, that won't be necessary.
Of course. She's gonna set it down on her counter and pull out a book and write some stuff. Alright, that's going to be 5 gold pieces today.
Alright, and I'm gonna give her 5 gold pieces.
Alright. She puts the gold in her register. Thank you for your business, sir.
Absolutely. You don't know how much of a lifesaver you are.
Oh, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too, thank you. Alright, so I'm going to take it and run across the street real quick, back down into the alley where Krohl is. And tap him on the back. Krohl, here, put this on.
Krohl puts on the cloak.
You are beginning to become a very expensive traveling companion.
You think I wouldn't be, considering I don't need to eat anything.
Now listen to me. With a cloak this fine, you can't go sneaking through back alleyways. That will stand out more than anything. What I want you to do, keep the hood up, put your head down, and walk slowly and carefully back to the palace.
Oh, don't you worry, none. He's gonna bend over a little bit, walk out in the main street, and start saying, "Arms for the poor."
Krohl!
Oh!
You're wearing a silk robe. You cannot be begging. Stop it.
And as Llew is yelling at Krohl, Sana walks by. Oh, hey guys.
Oh, Sana, hello.
Well, hello, young darling.
How
are you?
What's up with Krohl?
He's, the old. He's a bit touched, as they say.
Right. Do you want me to take him back to the palace?
Yes, if you could make sure he gets back without hurting himself or any, feathered individuals, that would be lovely.
I feel bad for any Kenku I run across.
Oh, do you know something about, the chicken slaughter I heard about?
What? Chicken slaughter? What? I don't think I've seen any chicken slaughter. Krohl, have you seen a chicken slaughter?
No, not here. We're just feeling a little achy in the back, that's all.
Yeah, well, I just heard some of the guards talking about it, and I thought I'd just pop by and, see if I saw anything.
Well, I appreciate your diligence in keeping your city safe. But yes, if you could just escort Krohl back, that would be lovely.
Come on, big guy.
Krohl puts it, loops his arms with her, bends over and goes, "Oh, thank you, dearie, thank you. Well, this old back of mine. I need a little hand getting back, see?"
Yeah, you don't have to talk like an elderly woman.
No, just play along, okay? It's just practicing my acting skill, that's all.
Okay, sure. And
don't ask questions.
she's going to walk down the street, arm in arm with Krohl, and lead him back towards the palace. From there, what's Llew gonna go and do from after that?
You know what? I think that Llew is probably just gonna go back to the palace. He's just gonna go a different way.
Okay.
There's not really a whole lot else for him to do, and he's kind of trying to defuse this situation, so he's just gonna head back.
Sure. So I think Llew makes his way up into the second level of this city, and the lower, more of the built part of the city, and kind of just explores a bit and makes his way slowly up the levels, finding his way back to the palace. While along his way, he bumps into Ben, who's walking down the street.
Oh, hello, Llew.
Hello, Ben. Where have you been all this morning? I missed your snide remarks when I wasn't out of bed at the crack of midnight.
Oh, very funny, my liege. I was out tending to the horses, and then I decided to take a stroll through the woods.
The horses, yes. Were you tending to any other animals?
If you're implying a chicken, no.
Well, Krohl says that the chicken never left your room last night. At least not through the door.
Have you ever noticed that Krohl is absolutely out of his mind?
Well...
Psst, hey, do I come now?
Ben is going to still be standing there listening to Llew and say, "No, not yet. Still trying to get him to shut up."
Okay.
Well, I don't know, Ben. You've seemed a little bit, less than sunny dispositioned lately.
Well, when I have to deal with a drunkard more than a few hours a day, then it gets a bit tiresome.
A drunk? Excuse me.
Sorry, I was referring to Krohl, obviously.
Well then.
Ben's gonna think, alright, now would be a good time for you to start meowing and making your presence known.
As Llew is looking at Ben, slightly offended, honestly, he brought the offense on himself, but as he is just kind of glaring at Ben, a kitty comes strolling up and nudges its head against Ben's leg and starts meowing and slightly purring at him.
What? Hello, cat. Look, Llew, it's a cat.
Have you adopted a friend, Ben?
You know what? I think I shall. You get your cousin as a pet, which I'm not going to judge you for that. I'll get this kitty cat.
I don't quite think that that's the situation we find ourselves in, Ben, but I suppose the point stands. You know what? It might be nice for you to have a companion. It might change your outlook on life a bit.
Yes, it just might.
And this kitty is still purring up against Ben's leg.
Ben thinks, alright, I'm going to pick you up now, and how would you like me to carry you?
Like a cat.
Alright. In my arms, or do you want to just kind of like ride on my shoulders?
Ooh, shoulders.
Alright, we'll do that. Just please don't dig into my arm too much. It's not the most fun sensation. And then he picks up the cat, seemingly without a word to Llew, obviously. And, puts it on his shoulder and says, "What do you think, Llew?"
The cat seems to taking a liking to you.
Yes, I think it does. Let's make our way back to the castle, shall we?
Yes, I suppose we shall.
Where have you been this fine day? Where is Krohl?
Krohl was feeling a little under the weather. I think he went back to lie down.
Have you heard about some killing of a chicken? supposedly.
Haven't heard of any chicken killing. I wouldn't really put much stock in it. Probably just drop it.
With your family running the city, I think you would have been one of the first to know.
Well, I mean, they are just relatives. It's not my family, technically. But, extended
Do you think
family.
it's the chicken that was harassing you the other day?
You know what, I sincerely doubt that. But I wouldn't look into it too much. Let's just go back to the castle.
All right.
And Llew, while hiding his secret as well as he can, slyly and a bit quietly walks back to the castle with Ben and Ben's new cat.
You know what, Llew? I think I'm going to call this cat Silver. And look at its eyes, they're almost silver. See? It's like a pun. Like one of your bad jokes. You get it?
Hey, total burn, man.
I know, thank you.
So, you're going to call him Sulfur?
Silver.
I mean, he does have a bit.
No,
he does have a bit of an odor to him, but that seems kind of rude. See, I don't know if he likes that name, Sulfur.
It's not sulfur. It's Sylpher. There's not even an F in there. Perhaps if you're kind to him, Llew, he wouldn't be so mean to you. Kindness is a two-way street, you know.
Yes, Ben, always with the words of wisdom, something to reflect on. Now, let's go.
I mean, we've been walking. What do you want?
Silent walking is always faster.
Aren't we not the blabbermouth today?
And as they are squabbling, they find themselves at a lift that is going to take them up towards the palace.
See? Talking gets you there faster. Isn't that right, Llew? Sorry. You're not agreeing with me today. Isn't that right, Silver?
This cat's gonna die.
We get on the lift.
Alright. This lift takes Llew and Ben up to a small passage, and this is actually the lift that's going to take them back to the stables, and they're going to enter the castle from there.
We do that.
As they enter the castle, they make their way to the entryway where Krohl is currently sitting down talking with Sana, and as you walk in the room, I'm glad you guys are here. Dad wanted to talk to you guys.
Wow, what?
I don't know, he said that whenever you guys got back, he wanted to talk to you.
Krohl, I must compliment you on your new wardrobe.
What's up with the cat?
It found me. I liked it. It liked me, so now it's my pet.
Huh. This cat just looks Krohl dead in the eyes and just holds eye contact.
Kroll just stares right back at it like, I get the feeling I'm not going to like this cat. Whatever.
I mean, be nice to the cat, it'll be nice to you.
As long as it's nice to me, I'll be nice to it.
There you go. Kindness is a two-way street. Isn't that right, Llew?
What do you know about kindness, Ben? You insult Llew every other day.
I'm very kind. Llew is fairly deserving of what comes to him.
You know he drinks because he works with you, right?
Hey guys, you guys want to head up to the throne room, or?
I'm already on my way.
Yeah.
And Ben walks on.
The four of them push open the big doors to the throne room, and Ajax is sitting at the table eating some dinner.
Is it chicken?
You know what? Why not? He's eating some nice juicy chicken.
God, no.
Wait, hold
on. We gotta.
Kroll restrains himself
from attacking cooked chicken.
Yes.
You don't know if it's dead or not.
He feels a little trembling going on in his body, but he's like, Kroll, remember what happened last time?
Kroll, you're shaking.
It just got a little chill, you know, being dead and all. It's hard to warm our own bodies up.
I've been waiting for you. Please, have a seat. I'll have some food brought out for you.
Can I get duck?
I'm not sure if we have duck in the storerooms. Perhaps some beef or pork.
I'll take pork. Pork sounds good.
Of course.
And he motions at a servant to go get some plates.
I'm not trying to rush you out of my town. I was simply wondering when your plans on departure were.
Well, Uncle, it appears that probably sometime tomorrow, late afternoon, we'll be heading out.
Because if it'd be any sooner, he wouldn't be out of bed.
Of course. I understand completely. I have some parting gifts for you, actually. Just give me a moment.
And he's going to get it from the table and go to the other room and come back with an elderly gentleman who has very calloused hands and looks like he's been working his entire life, has burns on his body.
This is Alfred. He's my personal smith. He's been working with my family for years. I had a few things prepared for you. I thought that it might help on your journey. First,
and he's going to pick up a breastplate that it's partially metal, but it has wood woven into it, and it seems like this breastplate is slightly alive.
For you, Krohl, with you being dead and all, I thought that perhaps you'd want to wear something living for once. Here.
And he's going to have Krohl stand up, and he puts it on him.
This is, it's been worked on by our druids. It has a few magical properties. I must warn you, if you've never worn druidic craft before, it makes you respect nature. I don't understand it. Perhaps your bloodlust, as I believe you call it, will cancel it out. But here, I believe that this will be a fine addition to your adventure.
Well, thank you kindly. I like it.
So it sates his bloodlust?
No.
Probably not.
So it has the normal stats of a breastplate, which is 14 plus your dex modifier, with a maximum of 2, so it can bring you up to a AC of 16.
So I'm dropping in defense. Okay.
This breastplate, it helps you move quicker. It literally breathes itself. So on your initial turn of movement, you can take the dash action completely free of charge. And it also will provide 5 temporary hit points upon getting hit the first time in damage. So the way it works is, if you get damaged, it will take away from your HP pool first, and then you'll get those 5 temporary hit points. After you're out of combat, your hit points are lost, but you don't have to, it doesn't need like a rest or anything. So that is for Krohl.
For you, Ben, I found this. It was an antique. I thought that you being a ranger and all, it might come in handy. And he has a arrow that he pulls and says, "This arrow, it was crafted by the elves. I'm honestly not sure how long ago, but it has a weird magical property. You can't seem to lose it. It always comes back." And he's actually going to pick up a bow and string this arrow and shoot it. And it goes and almost hits the wall. And right before it hits the wall, it turns around and comes back at him, and he catches it out of the air. It's actually quite fun, I've found, if you ever, get bored.
But what if you miss when it comes back at you catching it?
You're gonna feel some pain.
Well, I've never had that problem. After you shoot, I recommend just moving a step to the left or right, perhaps.
But if it always comes back, wouldn't it change direction to come back toward me, nullifying the movement? Sorry, I may be thinking about this too hard.
My dear boy, just... Don't let the arrow hit you.
Thank you, my liege. I very much appreciate this gift, your majesty.
I can just see him running around from an arrow for about half an hour because he can't catch the damn thing.
And for you, my dear nephew, I thought that perhaps I could provide a family heirloom.
This smith who is currently holding it, and it's all wrapped up, he grabs it from him and unwraps it.
This rapier, it was my grandfather's. I'm not quite sure why he used it. He normally liked to use heavier weapons, but I've had it for a while, and I can't seem to find a use for it. I thought that perhaps you could use it.
And he hands it over to Llew. So this rapier has its normal 1d8 piercing damage, but it also has a +3 bonus to damage, and you get an extra +2 to hit.
So plus
3 to damage +2 to hit.
An extra +2.
Oh boy.
I thought that with your current kit, it might be a fine light addition.
Yeah, it is.
What do you get now?
That bumps me up to a +6 when I roll attack rolls.
Oof.
Mine's +5.
No, actually, that's actually a +9 because I have
Holy
strength
God.
as well. Yeah, it's a +9 now. So yeah, I like that.
Holy crap!
Let me. Thank you, Uncle. I will bear this sword gladly.
Of course. Just don't lose it. It's a family heirloom, you know.
And gives Llew a nice punch on the arm.
Yes. Does the sword have a name?
Well, this here, I believe Grandpappy called it, well, he mainly used it for play more than actual fighting, but I believe he called it the sticker. He you know, for sticking people. Grandpappy he wasn't the smartest, but he sure was a good fighter.
Sounds like the weapon for Llew.
Well, that's comedy.
Yes, indeed. It's not a particularly inventive name, but I suppose it'll work.
Oh, Ben, I see you've found a pet.
Yes, well, it found me. It's a cat.
I see that. Well, I believe that we can find means of feeding it tonight if you need to find something for it.
Why don't you give it some fish? It's a cat.
I think that's probably a wonderful idea. Fish sounds delightful.
I'll send the order to our kitchen.
Thank you.
And, well, it seems as though I better get going. Manly duties, if you all know what I mean. I should probably get to bed.
No, please explain in great detail.
Llew doesn't understand.
You're right, Llew doesn't understand.
I hope you all enjoy your meal, and I hope to see you tomorrow before you depart.
For sure, for sure.
Of course, Your Majesty. Thank you again for your kind hospitality.
Anytime. I don't normally see my nephew, and his companions seem to be quite a good time. I'd love to have you again.